kitchen, and today we're going to be making some chocolate zucchini cake. Now, last summer, everyone that I know and watches Misty Shooter 223, Misty made a pan of brownies last June. I looked up the video. It was actually from June 14th of last year. And she made a pan of zucchini brownies. And I have been making this cake ever since I saw this video. And I kind of tweaked it just a little bit. And I'm going to show you how I make it. So props go out to Misty. This is really what I kind of developed my own from her recipe. It's almost the same, but a couple little extras that go. So let's see what goes into this. It looks like a lot of ingredients, but really isn't. I have 2 cups of zucchini that I grated just on my box grater. I can't see the need to get out the food processor unless I'm going to be grating a whole lot, and I grated it really fine.
And those are out of the garden, right?
And these are out of the garden, yeah. I am.
Right here.
There's some right there. I actually had a jumbo one, and those are more suited to a recipe like this because they tend to be a little bit tougher. So we're going to do 2 cups of sugar, 2 cups of flour, 2/3 cup of cocoa, 4 eggs, a teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And I have the pink salt. And here's a cup of walnuts that I have coarsely chopped.
My idea.
Yes, he said, can you put nuts in it? Of course I can. So I went in the bedroom. I got a bag of nuts out of the nut bucket. That doesn't sound right, does it? And we put nuts. And I have a cup of mini chocolate chips. And we're also going to use 2 teaspoons of homemade vanilla. And a 1.5 sticks of butter that I softened in the microwave. So it's a little on the melty side. But it doesn't matter. It's all good. Okay, so I'm going to use my wooden spoon to make this entire cake because I want to show you that you can make this without any fancy equipment. All you need is one of these and a bowl. That's it. So take your sugar and your butter. Oh, and I've preheated my oven to 350 degrees. So we're just going to kind of cream these together a little bit. And since the butter is soft and a little bit on the melty side, that's going to be a little easier to do. And this is a really good, you know, when you're first learning how to cook, I think it's really important to do things by hand because when you know what something's supposed to look like, for instance, when this butter and sugar get incorporated, it's going to look like wet sand, like when you were a kid and you were making sandcastles at the beach. And that's when you know that it's good to move on. Especially with a cake like this, this would be like what my mom would have called a snacky kind of cake. So you don't need to get your mixer out. You just need a wooden spoon and a little elbow grease. And I think that's good for us every now and then. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to break these eggs in here. And yes, I'm living on the edge. Four eggs.
But you have to open the egg up first and look at it before you dump it in.
Well, I kind of do.
Oh, okay.
Boy, Scotty, why are you whining? You're so noisy. He's a noisy boysy.
What you want? What? There's nothing over there for you. Do you want out? Do you want out?
Life is never boring with a house full of animals, you know?
Well, just not.
He doesn't want to go out.
You can cut that if you want.
Oh, that's all right. They don't mind. When you come to my house, this is what you're going to see.
They love seeing our kids.
Okay, so here we added the eggs in there with the butter and the sugar. And you can see we have the beginning of a batter going here. And that didn't take long. You don't need a mixer to do that. Let's add our vanilla. Two teaspoons. Only because I make that vanilla and it doesn't take anything to make more. So
see the vanilla seed in it.
Yeah, you can. All right. Now, let's go ahead and toss in our zucchini. Since that's kind of a wet ingredient, and it's going to add to the moisture of the cake, it's going to make a wonderfully moist cake. And then our flour and our cocoa right in the bowl.
Are you gonna need a bigger bowl?
No, I'm not. And our salt and our baking soda. Just start off slow and incorporate this in there. And there goes Scotty again. He just wants to be heard, that's all. He thinks we're over here making tuna salad or something that he thinks he should eat. Some days I don't hear a peep out of him. Other days he just won't shut up. And there goes my phone. You know why the phone's ringing?
Because we're filming.
Because we're doing a video. You'd think I have 2 teenagers in my house. You'd think one of them could get the phone.
What he wants.
Okay. Now there's the batter of our cake is done. Let's see here. Make sure all of your dry ingredients have married with your wet ingredients. I'm going to toss in the nuts and the chocolate chips. Get them all in there. We're going to blend those in. And we'll get our rubber spatula. This is a really super easy cake, and for what you get is it's incredible. This cake does not need frosting because you've kind of put the chocolate chips in there, so that's more like a frosting in there already. All I do, sometimes I put powdered sugar on it. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just cut it up. And I don't know about you, but in my house, you got to cut this up so that, you know, if you leave other people to cut it up, sometimes it doesn't get cut up the right way.
It's disproportionate.
It's true. Okay. And then we'll do our obligatory, just like that. And into our preheated oven, we're going to let this bake. I am going to set the timer for 25 minutes, and then we're going to come and check it. 350 degrees. Really?
Now what?
Is it ready?
Is it time, Tally?
Is it time? Is it time? Tally says it's time for the cake
Is it
to come
ready?
out of the oven. Even though I cannot have any.
She let us know.
She did. Okay, this is ready. I poked it a few minutes ago and I turned the oven off and I just let it sit in there because I wanted to make sure that it was all the way through, and I'll poke it again just so you can see. And that little bit of chocolate is because of the chocolate chips, so I'm not going to worry about that. So there you have it. You can choose to powder this with powdered sugar or just eat it as it is. I'll have pictures at the end of this video when we cut into it. It's too soon to cut into it. It's too hot. So that's how you make chocolate zucchini cake a la Misty Shooter 223, who we all know and love. So I hope you try it. I hope you love it. And until next time, I'll see ya. Bye, Tally.
You gotta wait, Tally. It's too hot.
Yeah, it's too hot.